Hey everybody, Rob Veno here, WagerTalk.com, WagerTalk TV. Tuesday, March the 4th, we're going to give you a couple of NBA games to look at here, free selections with analysis, and we'll open with the Houston Rockets at the Indiana Pacers. Pacers opened here -4, 229. Currently, Pacers down to 3.5 and bet up total-wise to 232. For the Rockets, the injury report just the same as yesterday, a bunch of game time decisions. Nobody played last night for the Rockets in Oklahoma City. Here today, we're looking at starting point guard Fred VanVleet, starting small forward Dylan Brooks, starting center Alperen Şengün, Amen Thompson, Tari Eason. All five of those guys have game time decision tags next to them. Who knows if they'll go or they won't if you judge by the number and the movement here. Slight push down toward Houston and push up in the total. It would suggest or indicate that maybe at least one of these guys is going. Backup center Steven Adams didn't play last night, but he's off the injury report. He should go here for Indiana. Last couple of games they've been without backup shooting guard Benedict Mathurin, important piece in that 1 through 9 rotation. He'll be out once again here tonight with a wrist injury. Schedule-wise, Houston, of course, second of back-to-back. We've traveled, played in Oklahoma City last night with their MASH unit. Got beat 137-129, played fairly well in that contest, at least from the offensive side with the reserves. It's their third in 4 nights. Indiana had yesterday off. And their last 3 games, they've had a day off in between all of them. So they're very well rested here. Scheduling and rest advantage certainly in favor of the Pacers. Let's take a look real quick here at the matchup and the situation. Again, like last night, the injury report matters here for Houston. Who's going, who's not going for Houston? It's probably the most important factor in this game. If they're without 5 of their top 6 one more time, I'd say that asking reserves, Reed Shepherd, 31 minutes, over 31 minutes. Cam Whitmore, over 37 minutes, almost 40 minutes for Cam Whitmore last night. Those 2 guys played great in reserve roles, but asking them to do it back-to-back on a travel is not the best thing in the world to do for Houston. So we'll see if they can get a little bit of support here. The Pacers offense right now clicking on all cylinders, averaging 121.5 points per game over the course of their last 10. It's the 4th best in the NBA. The Rockets defense last night, it showed you that without those 5 players, defense gets, subpar at best. And the pace picks up a little bit with Jalen Green out there running the show and a bunch of young guys running the floor. So interesting to see who's going to play here or not. Playoff positioning matters here. The playoffs right around the corner for Indiana. They're tied right now in that 4 spot with Milwaukee. And of course, the 4 spot comes with a home floor in the first round. So very important for Indiana, who, if you look down the road, they've got 3 games after this that are against Atlanta and Chicago, both sub-500 teams. Pretty good opportunity for Indiana to make some hay here. So I'd expect a fully focused effort out of them. Of course, Houston in the playoff race as well. A little more firmly entrenched, though. They're in the 5 spot right now, 4 games ahead of Golden State, and actually only 1 game out of the 4. So for Houston, important as well, but it may be more important to give their top guys some rest because their schedule after this, again, theirs is fairly easy too. I think there's back-to-back with New Orleans and then an Orlando game at home. So for Houston, maybe a chance to rest some guys one more time. Let's go over this and see what we can find for a play real quick. The line movement here, like I said earlier, shows that maybe more than one player plays for Houston. I would think it suggests at least one is going to go. That said, we don't know who it's going to be. And this situational spot just isn't great for Houston. They like up-tempo as much as Indiana. Indiana's scoring like crazy lately. So I'm just going to look the same way we looked yesterday. The most consistent thing, the most solid look was going to be towards the Oklahoma City team total because their offense had been on fire tonight. The most solid look is probably the Indiana team total, 117.5. They've gone over that, or they've got 118 or more in 7 of their last 10. That's 70% of their games, 10 of their last 15, 67%. So that's going to be the free play for this game. The Indiana Pacer team total up and over 117.5. Before we get to the next game, let's take a look at what's being offered here at Wager Talk for today. And of course, It's $5 Tuesday. You can get a top play from all handicappers, including myself, over at WagerTalk for just $5. If you have never purchased a selection package from any of the handicappers over there, once again, including myself, then today's a good day to do it. Just $5. You can get a top play, wagertalk.com. And it is the final day for the extended March Madness package. Every single college basketball play now through the end of the NCAA tournament for just $1.99. So pick up your package over at wagertalk.com. You can see my homepage on the screen right there, wt.buzz/RV. We're going to look now at Golden State at the Knicks. Of course, anytime Steph Curry comes to Madison Square Garden, it's a big deal. Fan-wise, Knicks open up here 3.5, 232. Currently, Knicks 4, 228.5. And again, a little bit of injury news here for the Golden State Warriors. They're pretty clean here. It's a back-to-back, and Steph tweaked his ankle last night, but it looks like he's going to go. For the Knicks, it's a little more iffy when it comes to Karl Anthony Towns, who's got personal reasons here that has listed him as a game-time decision. So we'll see if Towns is able to play tonight in this contest or not. He's a big deal where New York is concerned. For Golden State, again, much like the Rockets, it's the second of back-to-back with travel. They played in Charlotte last night. It's their third in 4 nights and their fourth in 6. And Golden State's not an especially deep team, so fatigue could really be an issue here for Golden State. The Knicks, meanwhile, had yesterday off. This is their only home game. It's sandwiched in between road contests, and it's the last home game before they go on a West Coast road swing. So for the Knicks, big time to pick up a home win here. We'll see if they can do so against Golden State, but the scheduling and rest factor favors the New York Knicks. Golden State wasn't taxed last night in Charlotte. They win the game fairly easily. All 5 starters played less than 32 minutes, but again, it is back-to-back, third and 4, fourth and 6, which makes it a little difficult on them. They're playing faster than they did at the beginning of the season. Again, they're back to what they used to call the death lineup, with Draymond Green playing center and going very small and very quickly. They don't have a lot of size on this team. I mean, what comes off the bench here, Kevon Looney and Quentin Post, they're their 2 big guys. They'll give you like 14, 17 minutes per game. But in essence, over the course of a 48-minute game, Golden State's a small team. They shot 53s last night in that contest against Charlotte, just to show you the turn that this team has made. Bunch of threes. Their 3-point attempts recently over the course of their last 10 games ranked 5th in the league. So they're shooting them as often as anybody, but they're not making them very often because they're 20th in the league in 3-point percentage over that time span. For the Knicks, Tom Thibodeau searching for defensive answers, turned to Miles McBride the other night to shut down Tyler Hero down the stretch. He did so. Expect Miles McBride. West Virginia, he was known as Deuce McBride. You can expect him to be out there harassing Golden State perimeter players, Buddy Hield, the 3-point shooters, in essence, even maybe Steph. Mitchell Robinson back for the Knicks gives them a little bit of rim defense, more than Golden State has, really. And if Towns can go, it's a big edge for New York in this one. Head coach Steve Kerr said that the team has to keep pushing. They're sitting in 6th place right now. That's the final playoff spot in the Western Conference. But it's only a game and a half ahead of the 10th place Dallas Mavericks. So Steve Kerr's words are, we have to keep pushing. I just don't know that they have the manpower to push. The depth, like I say, is shy. And you got 3 guys in their 30s that, again, Jimmy Butler off of back spasms, just played last night. Draymond and Steph with a tweaked ankle. Could be tough here for Golden State. I look at it this way. If Karl Anthony Towns was playing, this would be a no-brainer. Play the Knicks. Easy situation. And in fact, if he does play and you get the Knicks, you're getting a good price at only -4. But even without Towns, I think that the Knicks can handle the boards here. The Warriors could choose to load up on Jalen Brunson, but the Knicks have a lot of supporting pieces right now that can put up points. Golden State's been on the road for 11 of their last 13 games. Boy, that's a bunch. Again, if Karl Anthony Towns does go, you're in early. You got a great price. It's the way I'm going to look at this game. I think the Knicks are the right side here. This situational spot for Golden State is just tough. So we're going to lay the 4 with the Knicks as your second free play of the day. On the way out, I'd like to ask everybody to hit the like button if you like the selections and analysis provided here by all the Wager Talk handicappers each and every day. Go ahead and click like, hit the subscribe button, join the 196,000 plus people who already have joined Wager Talk TV. If you have a comment on this game or any other NBA game tonight, even college hoop, go ahead and drop it in the comments section. I try to get to them as quickly as I can. I appreciate all you guys who watch and comment in our comments section. For now, this is Rob Veno saying good luck with all your plays tonight. We'll see you next time on Wager Talk TV.